I'm Lisa Howorth, and I'm here in my husband's bookstore, Square Books in Oxford, Mississippi, to talk a little bit about my novel, Flying Shoes. In the novel, the main character is Mary Bird Thornton, a wife and mother in a town very much like Oxford, Mississippi in 1996, who is confronted with the 30-year-old cold case of her stepbrother's murder when he was a child. The story comes from my family. My 9-year-old stepbrother was molested and murdered in 1966. I was 15 when he was murdered, and I swore that I would write this story. I could have done it as a memoir or a true crime, but to me it's much more realistic to put the murder in the context of the life of this woman and her family. Although the crime drives the novel, it's very much in the background throughout most of the book. There are lots of edgy, unusual characters with other stories, and they're all intertwined, and Mary Bird Thornton finds herself entangled in all of them in one way or another. There's a cataclysmic ice storm, which is almost a character. There's an unusual road trip. There are cats and dogs. There's landscape, a lot of pop culture from the 90s and 60s. And I hope every single person in the whole world will read it. But speaking more realistically, I hope that one of the takeaways is that humor, and this woman's humor in particularly, is a lifeline for her and has been for her family. That's how she's dealt with the tragedy in her life and in her family's life. But humor it's survival for her and her family, and that's what they've relied on to keep themselves afloat, to survive.
Same old song, baby, it won't be long till I be tying on my flying shoes, flying shoes, till I be tying on my flying shoes.